Alrighty guys, so we're really going to talk about 3.0 characters and give you some insight on what you're going to be looking for between the new characters that are coming out, the new Dendro reactions, and what you should be summoning for in general going forward for 3.0. Now I'm going to be going in this video some of the rerun characters that will be coming up, but we're talking of course about if you should get Tighnari because of some of the major announcements that were made regarding this character and how he is going to be brought into the game after this point. There's going to be a lot of things we're going to be talking about regarding him, the changes to the standard banner, and what you're going to need for future content going forward. Let's jump into it. All right, so first up, we're going to have Tighnari. As a character for Tighnari, he's going to be one of those awesome characters for Dendro for DPS. All right, so for the banners for 3.0, I almost said 2.0, we have phase 1 with Kali as a raid up, of course, as a 4-star. We got Tighnari and Zhang Li as the first two characters coming out. Both of the characters are really anticipated. Of course, a lot of people are interested in the Tighnari bunny ears because they look very cool to fun to play with. And of course, Zhang Li is one of the best characters in the game, has been for a long time because of his ability to reduce resistances of enemies and of course, help, tank forever. The second setup, we got another character which is going to be Dory for the second phase, who's going to be available. And of course, we have the two rerun characters, which are going to be Ganyu and Kokomi. Now, Dory is an Electro character, and she is not going to be any of the other any of the Dendro stuff, so you're not going to be able to play with fun Dendro reactions with her. Now, a lot of new reactions are going to be happening in Sumeru. Of course, there's going to be the new Bloom, Aggravate, many other types of mechanics that come with Dendro. So just know that you're going to be able to play around with these with any Dendro character, not necessarily the 5-star opponent character. So Tighnari as a character has, of course, a normal and charge attack ability, but it looks like the character overall is going to be kind of reliant on charge attacks. He's going to have a normal called Conda Berry Buster, or charge attack called Conda Berry Buster. Elemental skill is called the Felimine, which is basically put a giant field in the area and kind of taunt in one location, very similar to Ganyu. The elemental skill, of course, is going to have Dendro application on it, which is going to be very fun to play with. And the burst effect, it kind of looks like a super omega arrow, kind of like with a lot of arrows attached to it, very similar to Ningguang. So I can kind of see that this would be the 5-star equivalent to Ningguang's burst actually working. So that sounds really fun, having a burst that hits multiple times that actually works. And it also makes it so that you can tee up Aggravate reactions in really fun ways. Now, Aggravate is a mechanic that's going to be reliant on Electro and Dendro together, and that's one of the bigger things that you got to know about this character. Overall, he does seem like a very fun character to play, but the thing about Tighnari is that they had mentioned this in the live stream from the CEO and all that stuff. They said, hey, you know what, Tighnari is going to be available in the future on other banners, and he's going to be available on the standard banner. And because Tighnari is going to be available on other banners, you as Traveler in the open world are probably going to want to summon for characters that are going to be more akin to getting the characters you really want in the future. You may not know what will be coming out, but if you want one of the very fun characters that were teased a few weeks ago that are coming out very soon, and you're needing to save Primo Gems for those characters, you may be able to pick up Tighnari at a later time. So if you're looking to play a Dendro character in general, and you don't want to miss the first 5-star Dendro character, I completely understand your thought process there, and that seems like a good idea. But just know that you can pick up Tighnari at a later time. And he's not going to be one of those characters that if you missed out on, you're going to be like, oh god, I can't believe I missed Tighnari. He's going to be a great character that you can pick up, but in general, you get him at any time. It's kind of similar to Jean, Diluc, Mona, all those characters you can get later on. Now, it's also been widely speculated that Tighnari will be introduced into all banners going forward. We don't know that for sure, but of course we have characters like Kali that are going to actually fill the role of a Dendro character. And since we're getting Kali for free, a lot of us can actually play this character instead. So if you wanted to summon a few times on the Tighnari banner or the Zhang Li banner in order to pick up Kali, that might be a really good choice just to get a couple copies of a character. But just know, since you're getting Kali for free, you don't actually have to summon for constellations on this particular banner. You can wait for reruns coming forward. Now, the Meteor God Zhang Li is a great character, but the thing is that Zhang Li is not going to be a great character for Dendro characters going forward. Zhang Li is going to be great for your Zhao teams, going to be great for most of your things that you want to do for Geo teams, Animo teams, and potential like Hutao teams that you want to play. But all in all, he's not going to affect Dendro because of how they introduced the new Dendro Artifact set. The new Dendro Artifact set is going to be a very interesting set because it actually lowers the resistances of enemies that are afflicted with Dendro after an elemental skill or an elemental burst, which is really helpful because the whole mechanic of bringing Zhang Li to teams is to lower resistances. Now, you can lower them even further with Zhang Li, but because you can lower resistances through the artifact set itself, it kind of leads you to believe that you may not need Zhang Li for Dendro teams. Quick addendum, I'm just realizing as I'm editing this that you could actually use Zhang Li with the new Dendro set, and he could be like a pseudo Viridescent Inventor character, or any character can use this Dendro set in order to lower resistances. So he could be good for Dendro that way. And because Animo and Dendro don't have a reaction set that goes with them, you can also assume that since Dendro and Animo can't react, you can't use the Viridescent Inventor set to lower resistances of Dendro. The next character we have on the list, of course, is Diona version 2 Diona Special Dori. And this character as a whole is basically the exact equivalent of Kuki Shinobu, but maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit worse. Who cares? She's from Sumeru. Doesn't really matter. So if you're looking for a character, from what I can gather, this character is a damage character-ish, but also a healing character-ish. So if you're looking to similar to that, just know that Dori may have the similarities to Kuki, but instead of being based on elemental skill, might be based on elemental burst for healing. Now, regarding Ganyu and Kokomi, but to both these characters, I got a lot of questions about these today, particularly about both characters. Ganyu is one of the best DPS characters in the entire game and is one of the most free-to-play friendly damaging characters. So if you are looking for a DPS character, you can pick up Yoimiya right now that she is out available at 2.8, very strong character, or you can pick up Ganyu, both of which are some of the most free-to-play friendly DPS in the entire game. Supports they need are all 4 stars, and you don't really have any problems there. Freeze compositions are not necessary in Ganyu. Most people go for Melt Wanderer builds anyways because they're way cheap and just really do a lot of damage. Kokomi as a character is a completely unnecessary character to even get on your account, but she is one of those characters that is just so nice to have. If you're a player that has problems with surviving in content, you need a tanky character every so often to just mob out in content. She's like the biggest comfy pick in the world. She's so nice. She's like the ultimate QOL lazy man character. Like if you just want to like take your mouse one day and just slap it against your face a bunch of times because you don't actually want to do the content, she's perfect for that. She's absolutely insane. So if you're that kind of player and you're looking for that kind of level just to get through your day, yeah, it's great. It's insane. It's absolutely awesome. Also, she's perfect for freeze compositions, which I kind of have phased out of my overall compositions. And in honesty, I would actually say that if you're looking for improving your cryo teams, you should skip Kokomi and pick up Shenhe if you haven't done so already. She's significantly better in almost every way. Now, since the artifact exchange system is going to be changed coming up, this is going to drastically affect some of the characters that you're going to want to summon for, because you can now get Blizzard's Rare artifacts out of the Strongbox. You can get many different types of artifacts, and because almost every artifact is going to be available. So originally we have the Gladiator, Wanderer Troop, Bloodstained, Noblesse artifacts in the artifact exchanger, but coming out we're going to get the Thundering Fury set, the Thunder Soother set, Viridescent Inventor, Main Beloved, Archaic Petra, Retracing Bolide, Crimson Witch, Lava Walker, Blizzard Strayer, and the Hydro set, which you can kind of see at the very bottom. But because you can use these in order, you can use whatever artifacts you want to obtain other artifacts. You don't have to be worried about getting older characters in general with artifact sets you're not willing to farm, because now you can just farm them passively. So now you can kind of take artifacting in this kind of essence out of your thought process when it comes to getting characters, and it makes it much less of a burden overall. Just like the QL they added with the, not tree farming. Talk about in this video is Kali, and talk about her specifically. She looks like a really, really good character and fun to play as a sub DPS. And we are going to be able to use her, get her for free in one of the events called the Graven Innocence event in 3.0. And because we get her for free with her brand new talent books, we need to be a pain in the butt, the parm. With Dendro Crystals, also going to be a pain. You're not going to probably be able to level up 2 Dendro characters because Dendro Crystals, thank God Dust of Azoth exists, right? You're probably not going to be able to load both Kali and Tainari in the same patch. So if you wanted to test out Dendro and have some fun with it, Kali looks like the perfect character for most people to test out Dendro and have a great time with it. And you'll be able to get her at some point. You can also use the Dendro Traveler too. I would not be summoning for Tainari just because he is going to be a standard banner character. He is going to be available in other banners. So there is no reason to go for Tainari right now because he's accessible later on at a very easy rate. The Dendro Archon should be coming relatively soon, and summoning for the Dendro Archon might be the appropriate choice instead of going for a character right now. Just like skipping a character like Ayaka was the choice for some people, and then going right for Raiden Shogun. Well, that's going to do it for this video here. A lot of details on this video, exactly what you need to know. My name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.